Uprising, welcome to today's show. Get a load of this. And again, remember when you see stuff like this, there's going to be people that call people like me crazy, but we can see what's actually going on. Unlike the sleeping zombies out there that think everything is just, a coincidence. And there's nothing behind anything. It's all just a big coincidence. Take a look at this newest product, and we'll talk about it after.
This next story may make your skin crawl. And I mean literally. You're like, what am I looking at, Francesca? Well, we introduce you to a phone case made out of human skin. Let it sink in. Okay, so it's not real human skin. It's 100% artificial, but it feels and has the same senses as actual human skin. It was developed by a company called Skin On. And if you thought it was reserved only for phones, think again. It can also be applied to trackpads and smartwatches. See, but I was a little thrown off when I first saw the headline, too.
They claim, right? First of all, I don't know why anybody flesh, remember, it's not real human flesh. It's not, or at least they claim, right? First of all, I don't know why anybody, and I'll actually tell you why they're doing this, but do you know anybody who was like holding their phone up to their ear and going, that'll be better if my phone felt more like my face or something like human flesh, right? Yeah, let's create it and let's sell it. And then let's have USA Today promoting it, and all these other big media outlets. Now the reason for this is not hard to see if you're awake. Okay, this is a predecessor. Like I've been saying, remember, everything is moving to get everything inside of your body for transhumanism. Everything, right? You go from beeper, cell phone, whatever order, I don't remember if the beeper was first, but the cell phone, right? Your credit card, to the microchip, to people actually chipping themselves, right? All of this stuff to be inside of your body. Now this is a subliminal way to convince people without even telling them, look, that sooner or later your phone is going to be inside your body, as crazy as that sounds. I mean, I've done videos. I recently even covered the invention where you could just think and order a pizza. Oh, I'm just going to order a pizza. I mean, this is transhumanism at its finest. Nobody's interested in a phone that feels like human flesh. Nobody's interested in that. And trust me, I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually using real human flesh. Nothing surprises me this day and age. But this is how they're promoting it. In many ways, our phones and smartwatches have become extensions of the human body, allowing us to conquer more ground than we ever could before. We outsource our thinking to Siri, Alexa, and Google. Our Fitbits tell us what's happening beneath the surface, and we have some of our most precious memories within 128 gigabytes of internal storage. But what if these devices began to feel more human, right? What if the outside of the tech you carry around with you felt less like a slick piece of glass or cold chunk of metal and more like human skin, right? So here comes the persuasion of this stuff, right? And this is all subliminal. This is all mind control. And remember, there's so many people out there who are so prideful, they don't believe mind control exists. And it's like, do they understand how the beliefs and all the stuff that they have, how it's been molded and pushed on them? They're like, no, I independently made that decision. I independently did this and did that. It's all persuasion and manipulation. And that's exactly what articles like this do. Like, oh, well, we're already using Alexa and Google. And isn't it, that metal on your phone uncomfortable? Wouldn't it be better if it was human skin? No one's ever said that ever, okay? Well, they say that's exactly what these new researchers in Paris are setting out to uncover as they develop a new paradigm where tech has a covering that is inspired by the properties of human flesh. I mean, and you can see this thing, it couldn't be less appealing, right? If you saw somebody holding this, you'd be like, what? Right? I mean, look at it. It looks like somebody's forearm was ripped off. The developers named the prototypes skin-on interface, and the artificial skin goes beyond just mimicking human skin. The coating looks a lot like the real thing, too, and it has been programmed to better respond to human gestures such as pinching, poking, and tickling. This is just getting creepier by the second. When applied, the silicone-based layer could be used on your laptop's touchpad, the band of your smartwatch, and the back of your smartphone to make technology feel more personal and approachable. Okay? They said when we interact with others, we use skin as interfaces. However, the objects of mediated communication, such as smartphones, still have a cold interface that doesn't allow natural interaction and input. Two versions of the artificial skins were created. The simple version looks very plastic, but the ultra-realistic version appears to have pores and ridges like natural skin, according to a video the developers posted on YouTube. According to Gizmodo, the project will soon be presented at a tech research conference in New Orleans. What better place to bring it than America, right? They come up with it in Paris. Bring it over here, because all the stupid Americans will be excited for it, because they will. I mean, the dumbest people on the planet, unfortunately, reside here in America. This is, like I've always said, is the laboratory. I'm not talking about the restroom, but it's pretty close. This is like some testing area. Okay, this is the science experiment. That's what America is. Oh, we'll run the tests on the Americans. Tell them that there's freedom. Tell them that all that stuff exists. Put them inside of a matrix. They don't even realize that they're mice running around a wheel like in a test lab. Let them think that all this stuff is free and freedom and free choice. So yes, let's send the human flesh phone case or whatever it's called over to America, because they'll be dumb enough to want, some investor will be dumb enough to want it and start selling it. I'm sure it'll be Apple. To be honest with you, this is all part of how they get people to go along with stuff, not to fear this whole, technology, my skin, I'm afraid, I don't want that. Well, yeah, nobody wants it, which when they hear it at first, but as you get conditioned and over, you're told, oh, it's not a big deal, oh, it's not a big deal, look, so-and-so has it, so-and-so has it, oh, look, Kim Kardashian has the chip, and she's buying groceries with it, right? Throw the Amazon Go, right? Go to the store, you don't need a credit card anymore, swipe your phone. Well, soon you'll even be swiping your phone to make purchases, because it's going to be inside your body. And that is transhumanism. This is the mark of the beast occurring right in front of our faces, and these are subliminal tactics that they use to mix technology and the human race as one. And I get that people will hear this and they'll be like, it's the stupidest thing, but those are the same people who don't have the slightest clue. I mean, you just see some of these channels on YouTube, they're like cracking conspiracies, and they've seen that people have woken up and they want to be a part of channels like this and learn, or at least question things, and we don't all agree on the same stuff. And they have these just absolutely embarrassing channels. They're embarrassments. They get 20 views, 50 views, but they want to jump in, they're like, hey, look at him, and look what he's doing, and look how stupid, and he's saying that the phone is actually human. Like, they'll misspeak all the words. They don't get the point of any of the stuff that we're talking about because they're just so dumb. They're the same people that sit around smoking weed and they're laughing at everything going on because they don't have a clue what's really going on in the world. All this is a giant experiment, a social engineering experiment, and all of this stuff that we see is to get to this end game, the Antichrist, the mark of the beast. Unfortunately, with what they've done with Christianity and what they've done promoting atheism, we live in a world now where more people believe that we were born out of a rock's anus, or a monkey took a dump and suddenly there was humans. They believe in that evolution. Than people who actually want to believe in God's word and see prophecy being fulfilled right in front of our faces, because it is being fulfilled right in front of our faces. So this is the flesh phone, folks. The artificial skin. I wonder what they could be trying to do with this type of technology, wink, wink, and what they're subliminally trying to say. Not hard to figure out. I mean, USA Today pretty much said it themselves in that article that I read. Right? I thank you guys for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.